So at the start of the year, we're seeing a lot of reports from both country level organizations as well as big tech companies designing what an AI strategy for the year could or should look like. So I get questions on, well, what would this country or this other country write in return? What are the kind of best practices around country level AI strategies? And most recently, the UK came out with its AI opportunities strategy report. I thought it was great. It was very detailed, and the government has already responded with which recommendations they agree with or not, as well as specific timing and plans related to those recommendations, which I think is a great action-oriented response to an AI potential strategy. So for most of these country level strategies, obviously they're at a higher level. One of the key areas they have to start with is around infrastructure and compute. Do they have the appropriate infrastructure and compute access as well as funding at a country level? Next, they have to think about skill development and education. Are they building the next generation of AI experts, as well as providing training to the existing workforce? Third, they have to think about uses. Are they even using it in the public space? So what are specific areas that are more likely to be conducive to either AI efficiency gains or providing citizens with greater access to information or support or otherwise? So I'm a big fan of defining what are the starting points within the public sector that will get initial funding, prioritization, and needing accountability structures as well. Fourth, we think about public-private partnerships. The government can't do this alone. So if they're starting with pilots in the public sector, who are their private partners? How do they ensure that they have the right resourcing, tools, and access to build up from there? And then some countries differ in essentially the fifth step, which is, do they have AI growth zones by locale, or do they focus on it by sector and domain of the rest of the economy? For example, if their economy is heavily dependent on agriculture, are they focusing on AI use cases in agriculture? So here it can differ, and in AI strategies, they should just be specific about that. And then finally, most of these AI strategies at a country level also specify then resourcing and funding for either universities or private. So moving away from public sector, but how are they facilitating and empowering the rest of the economy to go along on the AI journey? So there's some of the key best practices that I've seen come out of these AI level country strategies.